nobody supports all these nonprofits till they come. You know,
Right.
it's on their blog.
Right. Which is one of the great fun things about it. We're back on the Morning Brew with Friends. I'm catching up with Kelly Cooper from the, you're the Vice President of Philanthropic Services for the Albuquerque Community Foundation.
Yes.
And you guys had the big event, I guess it would have been last week.
Yes, it was.
The Great Grant Giveaway, which is a mouthful for 7:30 in the morning. But this year you guys distributed $126,000 to, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nonprofits.
Correct.
That's cool. And for those that have not been to the Great Grant Giveaway, it's a very, very fun event. I went a couple years ago, and it was a blast because there's a bunch of tables. It's kind of like a businessy luncheon, but then it like all of a sudden turns not into a business luncheon, right?
That's correct.
So walk me through the process here, because there's a bunch of nonprofits and they all make their pitch to the crowd, and they all say, we need money for X, Y, and Z, and please support us. And then each table in the room is given a certain amount of money to distribute to those nonprofits, right?
That's right. You just told the story. Yeah.
Okay, well, awesome.
So that's exactly what we do. Each table in the room, and there's 70, is given $500. Some of that money is from us. The other is from local sponsors. So the 70 tables watch a video for the 6 nonprofit organizations we choose each year, and then they negotiate. And the background on that is that we always get more requests for grant funding than we can award.
Yeah.
Nobody understands how difficult that process is. So we decided, fine, we'll put it in the hands of the audience and let them see how difficult it is.
Right, because you want to help all 6.
You want to, and they're all great.
Right.
You know, we'll never run out of great nonprofits to highlight during the Great Grant Giveaway. And we allow 20 minutes for that process to happen, and you really do see these in-depth conversations and notes being taken and all of that.
Right.
So, we choose 6, and they come from each of our fields of interest each year, which is arts, education, economic development, health, human services, and the environment. So but this year we added a component to it, as I was just telling you, that if your table chose the nonprofit that wasn't your first choice, you can go to the side of the room and buy a grant for any amount of money that you want.
You can support them even further.
To supplement, yes.
That's really awesome.
So we had grants purchased in the room from $25 to $5,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so imagine you're going to lunch, you have no idea you're going to write a $5,000 check that
And
day, but you're
end
so
up doing
moved
it.
by
Who wrote the
process.
$5,000 check?
I don't know the lady. She was a guest at a table, and I'm going to know her soon.
Right.
But
Just
no.
a soul with a big heart.
Yes, exactly.
That's great.
She was so moved by a project, There's a Better Way, that she wrote the check.
And that's the City of Albuquerque's program.
It is.
And which category did that fall into?
That fell into human services, homelessness.
Oh,
Yes.
very cool. And then C&M's Ingenuity Stimulus Center was the education component.
Correct.
And then the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
Fusion Forum. I don't know what Fusion Forum is.
Fusion Forum is a great new project. It's on First Avenue, just north of Loma, or just south of Lomas. And Fusion Theater's been there, the
Oh,
Cell,
the Fusion Theater folks,
for
of course,
a long
yes.
time.
We've had them on for the Theater Thursdays.
Yes, they're doing a project called Fusion Forum, which will meld about 4 of the smaller theater companies. So they'll be sharing backroom services, ticket sales, costume, makeup, those kinds of things. But they're developing the building next door into this magnificent economic development related center that will have a cafe, an art gallery, a performance space. The whole project is really a neat, you know, when you go to Denver or someplace and you see these little interesting pockets of cultural activity like
Right.
Pearl Street, that's what this project's going to be. Great.
Well, Dennis Gromelsky is doing great
Yes,
work there.
Dennis.
And then Autolantic Development Company, of course. They're
Yes.
one of the large nonprofits in the state.
They are, but they're doing a new project, and that's what we chose through this. It is called the Wellness Center, and that is to identify people with diabetes, and they then work with those people to manage that disease, teach them how to exercise right, how to cook right. So it's not just another, and they follow up with them. If you don't go to your appointment for exercise, your doctor or they will call you and say, ooh, you know, to manage that disease, you need to be doing what we're asking you to. So it's a neat new opportunity.
Very cool. And of course, the Nature Conservancy probably falls under the environmental side of things.
Yes, clean water, you know, avoiding fire damage, all of those things. That's
Very
what they're
cool.
working on.
So I know there's a lot of nonprofits out there that are probably watching that want to know, how do I get my nonprofit involved in this? And is it a thing that you have to how do you come to the attention of the community foundation as
Well,
a nonprofit?
Most nonprofits are already on our radar because they apply to us throughout the year for grants. So that's our job, is to know what's going on in the entire community, nonprofit community. So when it comes time for the Great Grant Giveaway, we look for opportunities of organizations we haven't been able to fund in other areas, organizations where we can find sponsors for. So it's an internal process, and one that we just watch for all year long as we're reading other grants and funding other programs.
Very cool. So, and then when it comes time for the Great Grant Giveaway, then you just invite them to, you invite some deserving nonprofits
Yes.
to the event.
Well, and we've learned over the years. The first year we chose a couple that didn't resonate that well with the audience.
Oh,
and
really?
It's not because they're bad programs at all. It's just that you've got to have that heartstrings thing, something that really
Yeah.
moves people. So we've kind of figured out that process and work on it almost all year.
Very cool. So can a nonprofit say, please include us next year?
They all do, yes. Because we make great videos, and by the way, all those videos that we show to the audience are up on our website, so
Oh, very
people
cool.
can look and watch them.
Very cool. Is it Albuquerque Community Foundation?
AlbuquerqueFoundation.org.
That makes it easy. And you guys have a bunch of other events, though, coming up. I know Concours Soleil is another big fundraiser you guys do every fall. What else you got coming up?
Well, you're going to love this. I haven't told you about this. Yes, we're doing a rally this year for Concours.
Ooh.
And we're going to go up through northern New Mexico. It's a 3-day trip.
It's a bunch of Ferraris.
And others.
And others.
And others.
That'd be
yes.
great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's going to be
Count me in.
Okay.
I'll take the Porsche.
Okay.
We'll go.
You're in.
Sounds like a plan. And we'll see you in a couple of seconds in the Morning Brew.